General Muhoozi Kainerugaba is not a member of NRM. And what he's doing is actually illegal to become political when he's a serving military officer. And I would advise him.
When will he be arrested? When will he be arrested?
Just hold on.
He cannot answer that question. Oh, when will he be arrested? Oh, hold on.
I am advising him to go slow on his politicking.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is happening again. I'll show you here. It is happening again. It is happening again. The house of our enemy, like I said, they are not my enemies, but they look at me as the enemy. They look at you as the enemy. Is metaphorically on fire. Muhoozi Kainerugaba against Chris Baryomunsi. And of course, you know, I love it when there's animosity within Museveni camp. Then that's when we are able to know what's really going on. Now, Muhoozi Kainerugaba is threatening Chris Baryomunsi with, you want to be appointed minister in the next cabinet. And hey, Chris Baryomunsi is clapping back. But before I take you to that story, I've got a story for you to see. Maybe I should say breaking news if you're just finding out from Mordecai Morisa live here. All right, let me read you here. Saif al-Islam Gaddafi, son of late Libyan leader, has been killed. This was the most prominent son of Muammar al-Gaddafi, who was toppled in 2011 through a revolution. The USA, in partnership with the local people in Libya, toppled Gaddafi. I'll read you just a few lines here. It says, okay, the most prominent son of late Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi, Saif al-Islam Gaddafi, has been killed. Sources close to the family, his lawyer Khaled al-Zain, and Libyan media said on Tuesday. The office of Libya's Attorney General on Wednesday said investigators and forensic doctors examined the body of Saif al-Islam Gaddafi on Tuesday and determined that he died from gunshot wounds. The office added in a statement that it was working on identifying suspects and take the steps needed to bringing a criminal case. While Saif al-Islam is well known in the North African country, Libya, especially for his role in shaping policy before 2011, his public profile has receded in recent years. In 2015, a Libyan court passed a death sentence in absentia on Saif al-Islam Gaddafi for suppressing peaceful protests during the country's 2011 revolution that ended his father's 42-year rule. 42 years. Okay, now you could say the same about Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Look, I know what Muhoozi wishes me, to stay down, dazed and dejected. I wish him good. That's the difference between, and I'm not trying to virtue signal here, but I'm just stating facts. I don't want Muhoozi to die. If you gave me a gun and told me to shoot him, I cannot do it. I want him to face the arm of the law, and that doesn't necessarily mean that I want him to be punished. If he's guilty for crimes I believe he's committed, he should be held accountable. So there's a tendency of us thinking that, you know, justice only means some people being punished. Sometimes justice means exoneration. It is 50-50. It can be punishment or it can be exoneration. So if he's not guilty, then he doesn't have to serve any punishment. But if he does. So I don't want Muhoozi Kainerugaba to die. What I wish for him is to have an epiphany, to realize of how he's descending our country into complete turmoil. He doesn't even care. Like, okay, I won't go into that. I just wanted to show you that. Now, let's go to the war between Muhoozi Kainerugaba and Chris Baryomunsi. Chris Baryomunsi, the Minister of Information and ICT, Muhoozi Kainerugaba, the Commander of our Defense Forces, CDF. He said, Baryomunsi, the traitor, will never be a minister again. Okay, imagine there's a certain level of psychophancy that you should have towards Museveni and his minions, especially their son, that he can sit somewhere and declare, you're not a minister, you are a minister. What does it say? There's no proper channels under which ministers are appointed. It is whoever brings a smile or carries favors for Muhoozi Kainerugaba or Caleb Akandwanaho, famously known as Salim Saleh. But Chris Baryomunsi clapped back. He said, I rose from obscurity to where I am because of my abilities, not favors from anybody. I'm self-made. Being a minister is not necessarily the best thing in life. My horizon is far beyond that. Let's serve Uganda. Cheers. So he's being, nice. He's got gloves on his knuckles. He doesn't want to be as bombastic as Mordecai Morisa. Again, metaphorically. But you see, he's being so nice and soft, responding. Says, oh, I'm soft-made. Being a minister is not necessarily the best thing in life. My horizon is far beyond that. Let's serve Uganda, sir. He's almost saying, sir. Okay, I'm going to show you here. It went beyond that. This is what he had to say again. He said, my father trained me to believe in myself. He restrained me from taking alcohol. I'm sober 24/7 and focused. He let me free and I don't suffer from Peter Pan's. Oh my God, did he say that? Muhoozi suffers from Peter Pan syndrome. Do you know that syndrome? I'm going to show you here. Oh, that's a slap in the face. And I've always said Muhoozi is a Nepo baby. Nobody, that's not even a controversy or an argument. He's a Nepo baby, born with a spoon in his mouth. Says, those attacking me on Twitter or X don't know the material with the original Wachiga are made of. Go slow. I doubt he wrote this. Let me go here. We can actually double check to verify. Chris Baryomunsi. Okay, let's type in here. Chris Baryomunsi. Okay, he's right here. Okay, Chris Baryomunsi, did he write that? Yeah, he actually did. Yes, he did. Yep. Okay, Peter Pan syndrome. Let me show you here. Peter Pan syndrome. Okay, watch here. What is referring to as Peter Pan syndrome or PPS is a popular non-clinical term for adults who avoid responsibilities, lack direction, and exhibit childlike behavior, including financial dependence and fear of commitment. Fear of commitment. Weaponized incompetency. I'm not going to do that. That's Peter Pan syndrome. He's telling us, he's been able to diagnose Muhoozi Kainerugaba and is now telling us. That is Chris Baryomunsi for you. Ladies and gentlemen, you might be wondering, what caused all this debacle between Muhoozi Kainerugaba and Chris Baryomunsi? Hey, Mordecai Morisa is here to feed you information. Now, shortly after, I think Chris Baryomunsi was being hosted on Capital FM and was asked about these senseless tweets he's been putting out, targeting Bobby Wine and filled with a lot of nonsense. And this is what he had to say. Listen here.
The CDF does not speak for the government of Uganda. You're on record.
Like he's stating facts. The CDF is not supposed to be the one speaking for the government of Uganda. I think they recently appointed who? Alan Kasuja.
But he likes Twitter communication. And he writes tweets. Sometimes I don't read them. Then shortly he deletes them. And I'm sure Ugandans have formed an opinion on his tweets.
That's a slap in the face. Ugandans have formed an opinion on his.
I don't think Alan Papazo politicking. I don't think they take them as the official position from the government of Uganda. Like when he said,
he almost said, I don't think they take them seriously. People shouldn't, yet they should. For crying out loud, he is the commander of the defense forces. We didn't know where Eddie Mutwe was until he posted and said, hey, he's been in the basement, learning Runyankore, torturing him. So we take them really seriously.
I am going to hang Dr. Besige by June 6th. Did he hang him?
And that's really a short-sighted way of saying, oh, don't pay attention to what he says because he said he was going to kill somebody and he didn't. I mean, do you know when he's going to do it? You don't. So I'm going to take him seriously.
Did you believe that actually Besigye was arrived for hungry?
More or less. More or less.
No. So I think many right-thinking Ugandans, save for the politics and what, they just know he likes tweeting. At times he tweets and he deletes and so forth. And I have been for the record saying those as a government spokesperson, I treat them as casual comments he makes on social media through Twitter. I have discussed this issue with the appointing authority, with the president. Admittedly, these tweets make my work a little bit difficult.
See, that's a contradiction right there. You say, don't take them seriously. But hey, admittedly, they make my work difficult. That's a contradiction. That's an oxymoron. Oh, don't take them seriously. But hey, they make my work a little difficult. Okay, now, as a result of Muhoozi's threats of not having Chris Baryomunsi appointed, again, the race to the bottom of being seen was none other than Daudi Kabanda, who went on and posted and says, Baryomunsi out. And then he's posting all these videos of, this is the late Katulu Bwama dancing. You know, he's responding to this where he says, Baryomunsi the traitor will never be minister again. And then he's dancing. This is, I don't even know how to describe. You want to be noticed that you're bootlicking so much. And I saw somebody who said, Mordecai, I follow you, but don't use that term. It's boots, like gum boots. Don't booty. People enjoy. They love the taste of the boots. It doesn't matter whether they're disrespected. Like Kabanda shouldn't be cheering him out. Oh, thank you. I like. See, of recent when Kayanja did this thing of I'm a religious leader. Let me give comments about politics in Uganda. This faking and phony selective outrage they usually engage in.
Ebikolwa ebyo tubivumirira nnyo amagye gaffe gamanyiddwa ng'ag'empisa.
No. That's a lie. So he did that, and you know how was Kabanda responding? Pastor Bino bive mubambi. Like he wants to be seen by Muhoozi that he's good at being a lapdog. Why? Why would you embarrass yourself to this extent? You don't have to, Kabanda. Come on, brother. You don't have to embarrass yourself to this extent. But does he care? He doesn't. I don't think he does. He usually posts photos of himself with Muhoozi Kainerugaba. See me, I'm your most loyal man. Because he knows that if you engage in this game of seeking for stuff from people, there's a price you're going to pay. It is this blind loyalty. It is really sad. But hey, at least we're able to witness it here. Okay. What else did I wanted to show you? Before all this happened, Chris Baryomunsi had made comments about Muhoozi Kainerugaba. I have to pause here, then play this video. All right, let's go here. Listen to this man.
I'm an officer. And what is the issue of General Muhoozi Kainerugaba is not a member of NRM. So you cannot say NRM is a split. He's a serving army officer.
Look, they usually want to pretend, oh, he's not NRM. You cannot say NRM is split. Then, how about Kabanda? Kabanda is member of the NRM. Kabanda enjoys disrespect directed at you. Ain't you member of the NRM? So you have a few folks, the Lydian Abar and the rest of other folks who belong to the NRM, whose loyalty is to Muhoozi, and then you have you whose loyalty is to Museveni. So it is split. What
he's doing is actually illegal to be split. He's a serving army officer. And what he's doing is actually illegal to become political when he's a serving military officer. And I would advise him.
When will he be arrested? When will he be arrested?
Just hold on.
He cannot answer that question. Oh, when will he be arrested? Oh, hold on.
Like others.
I am advising him to go slow on his politicking.
He's going
And
to
rather-
attack you tomorrow.
No.
And say, who are you, Baryomunsi,
I am a
to
minister
advise
for
me?
national guidance.
And he did. He's telling you that you're not going to be appointed. It's so funny when he tells Baryomunsi that, hey, you're not going to be minister in the next cabinet. He doesn't say, I am minister, you're not the appointing authority. No. He says, no, this is what my father told me. I don't depend on that position. Like, he admits that it is Muhoozi Kainerugaba who is remote controlling this entire cabinet thing alongside Salim Saleh.
Of the NRM government.
So you're giving him guidance.
My duty is to guide.
Instead, he will guide
So what
you.
he's doing and his team is wrong. He should concentrate on serving as an army officer.
Okay, he's saying that about Muhoozi Kainerugaba. And Muhoozi Kainerugaba has told him, you're not minister in the next cabinet. I love this. Inject this in my veins. Now, one more time. Let me check here. This is what Muhoozi had to say again. He said, let me check here. Baryomunsi, you should be worried about jail. Is making threats of having him arrested. Imagine if I did that. Okay. Then he went on to engage in other stuff of making threats against the USA, which I believe he's going to be deleting in just a few minutes like he usually does. They don't shoot him, and I don't know what he's now tweeting. He blocked me. So sometimes he's just responding to other stuff, and I don't know. So you get the gist here. I love this. Inject this in my veins. When they are at war with each other, we're able to know what's up there within the Museveni-Muhoozi cohort or cohorts, circles. I love it. Let me know what you think. My name is Mordecai Morisa. Please stick around, and I think I'll be back here with a very, very interesting story. NTV has done an amazing job on exposing the horror Ugandans experienced during the 2026 presidential elections. People that were killed, unaccounted for lives, and the gaslighting of Museveni. Gaslighting an entire nation. So please stick around, come back here. The video will be dropping just in a few minutes. It's already edited, but I said, how about you first watch this? So stick around. Make sure you turn on your notifications and wait for everything just in a bit. See you. Bye-bye.